Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Making a Mod Pack. Last episode we looked at where to find those mods, and recently I found this new website, MCF Mod List, which I can only assume stands for Minecraft Forge Mod List, even though some of these mods don't work with Forge. Some of them are Forge compatible, some of them are Forge required, and I saw some earlier that didn't work. However, this mod list tracker is tracking over 1,000 mods for 1.7, which is around 100 more than not enough mods, and they're tracking about 234 for 1.8. So that's kind of cool, which is more than double the not enough mods. But of course, CurseForge will have the latest of mods if they are on CurseForge. Some mods are not on CurseForge, like Why You Make No Good Map. I can find that on CurseForge, which is actually one of the mods I am going to talk about today, which will be mods that alter terrain generation. It's a very, very important choice for your mod pack. You have either, first of all, you have two categories where you want terrain or you don't want terrain, which would be like a skyblock. And I guess we'll go ahead and talk about why you know good make map. Yeah. Basically, you'll spawn a skyblock style on one block, which is good for you if you want to make a skyblock. You could also do like create a flat world and then set everything to nothing, or you can download Ex Nihilo, and in the configs you can set I believe the nether, the end, and the overworld. You can generate those to void. So that's what I used for that. Actually, for both my packs I used that. And then, so I'm not gonna actually make a skyblock for this tutorial because I feel like skyblocks are, I mean, yeah, they are fun, I do enjoy them, but if you're just like, oh look, it's a skyblock and that's like its only feature as a mod pack itself, I would try to stay away from doing that. So we're going to look at other terrain generations. So if you go ahead and you go on CurseForge and you go and you look down, here's this little category on the left. So is all the different types of mods. You go to World Gen and Biomes. And we have, of course, Biomes of Plenty, which is on most of the FDB packs, which people are most familiar with. If you go to image, oh, there's no images. I always hate when there's no images. Oh, look, it's a little gallery right here. Yeah, Biomes of Plenty, it's really good. However, it's almost a staple mod now, so you're almost expecting to see all these types of biomes. I would try to go with something different, personally. And we have, of course, Extra Biomes XL, which I haven't seen a lot actually. This one does have images. So yeah. They used to be really popular, then Biomes of Plenty came out, and I haven't seen it that much. And I was just looking through here, and I found this Highlands mod. Apparently adds 44 new biomes, 14 new trees, all sorts of stuff. The one really big one that's getting popular now, you won't find on here, is Ted's mods. And his main one, Realistic World Gen. He does make other ones, Fun World Gen, Old World Gen, Better World Generation. But the one that's getting really popular is Realistic World Gen. And please note that this is not completely done, and that's why it's been in development for a while, and I've been following it along. The reason I haven't been using it is that he hasn't had all the biomes yet, but he is adding more, and it's getting to the point where I feel like it'll be in a lot more packs now. As you can see, it's makes World Gen look realistic. If not, at least different from Biomes of Plenty, to where it's unique for a mod pack to have this. So I'm probably gonna go and download this. If I can find the download link somewhere. Mod compatibility. Yeah, so you can use this with Biomes of Plenty and like extra biomes. I feel like I would just use this on its own without Biomes of Plenty. Not sure. So I'm gonna go ahead and download this through AdFly, and of course I have Ad Blocker on. So let's go ahead and we'll download this. I just have everything going to my downloads folder, and I'll simply just go in and edit my instance, hit loader mods, add, go to my downloads folder. I have it set to date modified, so the newest is always at the top, and I just double click on that and we have realistic world gen. I also have on here carpenter's blocks, chisel 2, custom origin, NRIO, heart HQM, lockdown, which you want to have disabled at first. You want to add it but then uncheck it. And then of course if you add a new mod, it'll go on the top and then it'll be derpy when you try to do stuff, so just be cautious about that. Perfect spawn, which you can set exactly where your spawn is. I just added realistic world gen. We have ruins, we have sprinkles for vanilla, we have world edit, and Z-tones. Now the reason I have Z-tones and chisel is the first rule for making a map in modded Minecraft is to have a mod, if not two mods, or even three, which carpenter's block, chisel, and Z-tones, which add various blocks to build with, where you don't really have to have a lot of skill, because the fancy connected textures or even just the textures themselves will make everything look better without having to worry about your building skill. So let's go ahead and launch this and create a new world and look at our world generation. And as always, if it crashes, you want to go back and disable one mod at a time until you find which mod is crashing, and then either remove it, try to get a different version of it. So here we go, let's create a new world. We have our custom ore generation menu from our custom origin mod. We have our more options, and then I think realistic alpha is the one we want for our realistic world gen. And for our seed, let's do parcel 31U. Allow cheats. I'm just going to make this in creative so we can fly around, and we'll call it our test real world generation. And let me just look at this first. I'll go more into depth about custom origin later, but let's create a new world, see where it gets us. Okay, and here we go. We are in the game, and we spawned with a quest book, and you noticed right away that you can't edit that. And when I make my video on how to make HQM quests, I'll walk you through how to make sure you can edit your quests. We start right away. Now we do have all these boulders around, and I'm not sure if that is vanilla or from the ruins mod. And of course I forgot to put NEI on here, pretty sure. Most likely. I don't know. I feel like I did. I did, however, put NRIO on. And as we fly around very slowly, not seeing much. I don't know. Okay, here we have something. Probably should turn up my render distance a little bit. And it looks like we have a mountain over here. We just check the biome. Yep, and we do have an RWG temperate forest. So that's pretty cool. What's this block made out of? I don't know, because I don't have Whaley on. Is that stained clay? It's pretty cool. So yeah, I'm definitely sticking with this mod for sure. But of course, feel free to pick any mod. And with that, I just want one last discussion before I want to end this video, and that is about Modpack ideas. Now, feel free to make any mod pack you want in regards with, you know, like what kind of mod pack it is. You can make a skyblock, you can make an adventure, you can make a Greg Tech hardcore grindy mod pack for all you want. But I'm just saying, for what works best, try to avoid science and tech mod packs / kitchen sink mod packs as like the only thing that you would describe your mod pack as. Before even like all these great tools, that's like all there was. Like, they'd be like, oh look, I put a whole bunch of mods together. Like, you can do that so easily now. And if you want to make a really great unique mod pack, I would stay away from like really large and just like, oh look, I put all these mods together. Look, I put tech mods and I put magic mods together. Oh, let's call it Magic and Tech mod pack. And like, oh look, so much stuff to slow your computer down, and no sense of creativity or direction with just all the mods. And like me, I just get bored of every single mod pack being like FTB Ultimate, and then all the ones that are just like the same. And then people argue which one is better than the other ones. And I'm like, I don't see much difference, honestly, in mod pack. So I would try to make a very unique mod pack. Either include a ton of mods that people usually don't use, or even have like the general concept of the whole pack revolving around something new and creative. And if you're entering in the jam-packed competition, this is extremely important. As someone who's watched the results and watched people judging the mod packs as they were streaming, playing through them, packs that were like had no direction in them, if you're entering, they've been playing so many mod packs, they're not gonna spend much time. But if you get something interesting and unique, and not just like, oh look, it's Minecraft, you just progress and then you mine, you get resources, and then you just do everything normally that you would do, that's not gonna get you very far, unfortunately. What you want to do is you want to have something different. Like I said, something that no one's ever seen before, something that's an experience. You know, whether it be I don't even know, like, and I would say try not to like copy other things. Like I said, don't make a skyblock just to make a skyblock. I mean, you can make a skyblock, but you're not going to do very well if you don't make it unique from other skyblocks. Like, if you just make a pack so similar to another pack, then what's the point of making it? And of course, like I said, you can do whatever you want. You can go ahead and make a science and tech, or magic and tech mod pack for all you want, and you can not put any eye in your pack, which I don't even have any eye in my pack yet, but then and then submit it and do whatever you want. But if you want to know my advice, definitely something especially something unique on the concept of the mod pack, where you have the apocalypse theme on Jam Packed. I would say a very, very unique interpretation of this apocalypse theme would go very far, because there is going to be a lot of mod packs that are going to be entered in there, and I would say the majority of them will be a general, oh look, it's an apocalypse. I don't even know what that means, but if there's going to be so many, you're better off getting something that's away from the general pack to make your pack stand out, to be more interesting, because they're going to have to play through all these packs and it's going to be tedious, and they're not going to want to play through 100 packs that are the same. Oh look, I put a whole bunch of mods together. So yeah. But don't worry, I'll show you how to make a condensed mod list that has everything you need, take out everything you don't need, having running smoothly on low-end computers, having it accessible for everyone, and coming up with a unique design without just having to throw a bunch of mods together. And I'll show you how to configure HCOM quests so it's more than just, oh look, it's a quest line. And I hope to see you on all my next videos.